At about 11 a.m. today, a delegation of opposition members of parliament led by the leader of opposition Joel Ssenyonyi and shadow cabinet ministers arrived in Lubowa in Machinde Sabagabo in Wakiso district. They were there to do an oversight role of the construction of the International Specialized Hospital of Lubowa, supposedly under construction. However, security officials blocked the legislators at the gate. The MPs were reduced to speaking to the policeman on site through a small opening on the gate.
Who is madam? Who is your madam? Who is saying our madam? Who is that?
There, the MPs were told to secure authorization from the area officer in charge of Lubowa police station. The small opening on the gate was also later closed, leaving the agitated MPs stranded.
Waiting for Osi. Have you spoken to him and told him we are here? Come again? Okay. No, don't close. We are still engaging with you. You man, Mugisa.
The area police office of Lubowa Innocent Monday arrived and after an exchange with Ssenyonyi, assured the legislators that they needed permission from the Ministry of Health. However, Ssenyonyi showed the police office a letter from the Ministry of Health permitting them to tour the facility.
The boss in charge of this project, the Minister of Health, now, this is her letter.
Now, are you above her? Are you above
because you're keeping a project that is run by the Ministry of Health. So you take orders when Ministry of Health says those are visitors, you know about them and so on.
You say I don't know. But the Ministry of Health has not communicated.
A few minutes later, the officer in charge of Kajan's police station, Salama Namutos, also arrived at the scene with fresh orders. The MPs were told to secure permission from the Ministry of Health, despite having a document from the same ministry.
Officer Namutos, you know you're breaking the law.
It is okay.
This is Parliament.
It is okay.
It is okay for you to break the law.
Hey.
Oh, wow. You are a law enforcement officer and you're saying it's okay for you to break the law.
That's why the place is set.
Later, the regional police commander from Kampala Metropolitan South, Charles Nsaba, initially made the same call before changing tactic and now saying the MPs needed permission from the Inspector General of Police.
This project
Officer Nsaba, who are those in charge? Because the one in charge has written this letter to me, responding to my letter.
To give her back feedback that there is no access there.
There's no access by who? So what one police? So where does police get the right to deny us access to establish what's going on? Because we send money here, we as Parliament.
Even to listen to the minister.
So you're taking responsibility for blocking us, isn't it?
Imagine a minister. Communicate formally. We shall
To who?
With heightened police and military presence at the scene, the MPs later gave up their pursuit to visit the site. Ssenyonyi then said he would urge Parliament to stop allocating funds for the construction of the hospital.
Access. So I want to tell Parliament, let us stop sending any money to Lubowa Hospital. Let's begin to send that money to Mulago Hospital, to Nakuru, to Kawempe, Chirudu, and all these different health centers across the country, which don't have equipment, which don't have things as little as gloves.
The president presided over the groundbreaking ceremony of the International Specialized Hospital in 2017, and in 2019, the actual construction supposedly began. As of 2022, government has invested over 400 billion shillings in taxpayers' money on the project. The final cost is likely to reach 1.3 trillion shillings upon completion. This money goes through an Italian investor, Enrica Pinetti.
I think as Ugandans were duped into thinking that this is a specialized hospital being constructed here. And that's why somebody tells us that we should first go and consult the IGP for us to get clearance.
That the Ministry of Health has on some occasions been denied entry here, including this engineer who is supposed to be the project supervisor. We now wonder who in the country can actually access this place.
The impunity and the way they are blocking us here, it tells a lot that maybe there is nothing going on.
Ssenyonyi questions why government has entrusted taxpayers' money with an investor who has failed to live up to the billing.
We want to fully understand Pinetti because she seems to have expertise in literally everything. Previously, she wanted to venture into coffee. Good enough, coffee farmers raised their voices and said no, and we want to appreciate Ugandans for saying no. We hear Pinetti has been given several roads to construct. What experience does she have in that? And procurement regulations are not followed. We now hear that Pinetti is beginning to penetrate tea, like she was trying to do with coffee. Our hope is that the tea farmers across this country will stand up and say no.
In December 2023, a supplementary budget was passed by the parliament and 2.7 billion shillings was allocated for the supervision of the construction works. Juma Kiria, NTV.